Hello and welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here back in New York, finally, and over my jet lag, somewhat. Anyway, it's really good to be back and back in the groove, and there's nothing like home, darling. There's no place like home, said Dorothy. Now, thank you, guys. Thank you. Look, if you haven't been here before, welcome. And I hope you stay and you keep coming back. And if you have been here before, welcome back. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your likes, all your comments, all your best wishes for my mum. Thank you. She's doing as well as can be expected. She seems to be settling into her new home. So thank you all for those wishes. I really appreciate you. These readings are for you can hear the ice cream truck. These readings are for July the 30th through August the 5th. And this is Leo season. Happy birthday, Leo. I will be pulling an extra card out for Leo. Now, the astrological report this week is we've just had this huge eclipse, and that energy can last for up to 6 months. So we will be feeling that, the fallout. It was a big blood moon, and I did a video on that, so I'm not going to go into that. The only different thing, because we do have the sun in Leo, we also have Mercury, which is retrograde now, in Leo. We may not listen as well as we ought to during this period with Mercury in Leo and in retrograde. Now, on July the 30th, this is kind of the only thing there's lots of little things that are kind of different, but I would be here all day going into that. So I'm going to make it succinct. So July the 30th, Venus is in a semi-square to the sun. Now, this can bring up kind of irritations from other people, but it's also an opportunity to look within, because those irritations outwardly could be from what's going on inside of us, right? So it's an opportunity to look deeper at ourselves, to look inside and to see what's affecting us internally. Now, also be mindful of wanting more, right? And of course, with Mercury in retrograde, it's really good to, and because of the eclipse, it's really important to let go of things that no longer work for us. That's things, people, maybe even places. So it's very important to clear out our closets, to organize. I think it's a really good time to declutter after an eclipse and during Mercury in retrograde. And it's not like you can't, buy something, but really pay attention to the fine print, because we have this urge to kind of be a little impulsive and to act without thinking. I'm sorry, I am very hot here. If I put the AC on, it's extremely loud. I'm going to have to sort something out to get a quieter AC. Anyway, I'm svetsing. So, with that out of the way, let's go to, and I just want to quickly mention, even though it's the 6th and it's, I'll go into more detail next week about that, but Venus enters Libra. It's changing signs. It's going from Virgo into Libra, and it will be a little sigh of relief. Venus, she's much more comfortable in Libra than she is in Virgo. Anyway, more about that later. So let's go to your reading, shall we? Hello, Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising, and welcome to your reading for July the 30th through August the 5th. And the first card out for you is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles, knights are all about movement, right? I always think of him as the Green Knight. It's always about being kind to the planet, but he's definitely about movement, but he's about, look, whatever you're doing, you have to keep going forward. But this is saying go forward strategically and methodically. Don't kind of rush into anything, but keep it moving, whatever it is, because you've got a momentum going. And this is like, keep the movement going forward. But survey, be careful about the movement that you make, or the moves that you make. So really kind of survey the land, look at your pros and cons, and move forward carefully. But move forward, you must. Now, clarifying it is the Nine of Earth. So this is like, look, this is about getting paid. This is about almost at the end of the journey. It's 9, you've nearly completed it. You are in celebration mode. Things are really paying off. You are seeing the dividends of your hard work. So this is a wonderful time. I'm seeing lots of green, darling. Green. Abundance, definitely abundance for you, Scorpio. Now the next card, and this comes up for you a lot, Scorpio, is the Ten of Wands. You are taking on too much. You know this. You have a tendency to do this, Scorpio. You overdo things. You take on too many projects. You take on too many clients. You take on too many jobs. You take on too many tasks. It could be even at home. This is about, it's time to ask for help. And it's time to drop some of this baggage. And you've really got to decipher, and you've got to understand your limitations, and you've really got to look at what's working for you and what's not. And this is definitely about the eclipse too. You know, things have to change for you, Scorpio. This has been coming up way too much for you guys. And clarifying it is, you've got the Eight of Water, and this is always about going forward spiritually and what's right for you. You know, you could be an atheist, I don't know, but this is definitely doing the right thing for the right reason. And this is you feeling that there's got to be more to life than what there is, right? And of course you're feeling that way because, look, you're bogged down with all that, you know, all that baggage. You're really taking on too much and too much responsibility. You've got to delegate. You really do. You have to share. And sometimes we take on those, you know, I always think of this as the pleasing card, which this is people-pleasing card, but it's also, you know, on the other end of that is control, right? Control and manipulation. So it's about really looking at how you've been doing things and changing it once and for all, Scorpio. And look, you have the next card is the Magician. So the Magician is someone who has everything. All the elements are in his realm, right? And he's creative and astute enough to manipulate those energies and get exactly what he wants. Some people call him the trickster. I call him the co-creator. He co-creates with whatever he has. It's saying, darling, you have everything you need. You can have whatever you want. You just have to do it. You have to believe that you can, and you have to do it. And you have the Eight of Air clarifying it. So you feel trapped. You don't see a way out. You don't see a way out of this, you know, this lifestyle that you've created. Well, you've got the Magician. So you are the Magician. You can change this. You can take the blindfold off, see the situation for what it is, and move forward. Relax and enjoy life, darling. You know, this is about, you know, dropping some of this baggage because it's way too heavy and it's really holding you back, right? It's about looking for, you know, this is also about getting with your tribe. It's about doing, you know, this can be meditation, this can be yoga class. This can be something that you need to take on that's going to kind of where you're going to feel less stressed, you know, because right now you're stressed doing way too much and you're kind of on this treadmill, you know, going round and round, you know, getting up, taking care of the kids, or going to work, coming back, making dinner, doing, you know. Time to live, darling. It's time to stop this, get off the wheel, take the blindfold off, see life for what it is and enjoy it, darling. You know, take some time, smell the roses, change your life. You have the power to change it, nobody else, only you. Scorpio, thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to like this video, share it on your social media, comment, I love comments, and subscribe if you haven't already. And this is a general reading, guys. If you'd like a personal reading, you can click on here and get a personal reading. And also check me out on Patreon, another way to, you know, help me out and support me. And thank you to all my current patrons. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting me, and I love you all, guys. Mwah, and I'll see you next week. All the babies, look at them. How old do you think they are, Kathleen? For a personal reading, please go to www.liveinthesolution.com. They're at the ugly duckling stage.
Maybe 4 weeks. I can think they're ugly.
No, I'm just saying that because of the
No, I know.
story.